Thoughts losing to Lisa Ann in fantasy? No. You're taking on the chin. She's been doing it for years.
Wow.
You bet on a guy named Banjo.
Fall is my favorite month.
Fall's your favorite month. Yeah, we're locked in.
Like me and my buddy back on the schoolyard used
Yeah.
to put our hands down each other's pants. Welcome back to another episode of the We'll Be Seeing podcast. It's your boy Booker with Trent alongside Michael J. Overs. We got Lauren Cowling and Shellyard in the studio. How we doing today, folks?
You're
Doing good, Mikey.
Mikey
Doing good. My voice is cashed after the Jets game.
can hardly talk. So this is strictly from your reaction to the Jets on Monday night with that miracle of a win that they had.
Strictly from the Jets game on Monday night. You know what it feels like? It feels like a really sore muscle. I've never had my voice feel like this before. Like if you hit the gym after not hitting the gym for a while and you go to lift your arm and you're like, ooh, something doesn't feel right. That's literally what it feels like.
crazy.
I mean,
Got that throat work.
I mean, those videos that were posted, man, you could literally see the heart that you had invested in this game, bro. It felt deeper than just a football game.
Dude, I mean, I've been a Jets fan since I was like 6 years old. I told the story on stream, but like I literally found the Jets because I was watching Power Rangers on a Sunday afternoon and like hit the remote by accident. And it was like, you can't even make up the story. It was the Jets were playing and Lavernius Coles caught like a touchdown while I was watching. I was like, this is crazy. I'd never watched football before in my life. My dad hates football. He never wants to watch it. And I just remember like seeing the Jets play and I was like, the sport came on that I've never seen before. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. And Lavernius Coles like caught a touchdown and I was like, this is fucking sick. And then since then I would have to like sneak Jets games. So like week 1 against the Bills when everyone's counting off our season, Aaron Rodgers goes down and you see the boys show that much heart. Like it just means the world, man.
And the
Season's not
people
over.
clowning, by the way, like acting like you just won a Super Bowl. It's like, you just don't get it.
Yeah.
Like again, like everyone was like, there's no way the Jets beat the Bills. A-Rod goes down and then they find a way to still win. Like, yeah, you're going to cheer about that. And you have every right to cheer about that. So,
And I don't get to see a lot of Jets wins in that fashion. We don't win in that fashion. We lose in that fashion most of the time. So to like get a win against the Bills at home on 9/11 for New York, it was like, dude, I was
huge.
on the moon.
My one friend texted me. He's like, can't wait to hear Mikey talk about the Jets for an hour on the pod.
yeah.
Because he listens to the pod. He's like, I cannot wait to listen to Mikey for
you
an
can
hour.
hardly talk, so we might be safe.
We might be saved today.
No, you're safe.
We got a great episode lined up for you today. We're going to be talking week 3 in college football, look ahead. We got week 2 in NFL on Sunday. We got Thursday night football around the corner here. Really looking forward to all that. Shelly, is that a Dallas Mavericks 2011 shirt?
Yeah, I got it. These guys sent it to me with like a bunch of other Penn State stuff. And I was like, I got these new UNC dunks, which I'm really excited for them to come in. But I was like, I need something like UNC. They're like, we don't have UNC. Damn. Like, do you got anything light blue? They're like, we have this Mavs t-shirt. I was like, send it through. So I'm wearing a 2011, if you guys aren't watching on YouTube and listening on Spotify, I'm wearing a 2011 Dallas Mavericks NBA Finals champions.
Name me 2 players on that team.
Dirk.
That's why I said 2. 2.
Yeah, Sean Marion.
No, go ahead. You got it. No,
You guys heard?
Come on.
Sean Marion.
That was an insane year. Yeah, no, he definitely didn't know that. Shelly don't know.
Stackhouse, Jason
Yeah,
Terry, Dirk
Stackhouse.
Nowitzki, Berea, Marion.
Jason Terry.
Dude, Jason
Right.
Terry was so
The Jet.
baby.
Jet.
That was when that was like peak Thunder when like Durant, Harden, and Westbrook were like just emerging into their primes, bro, and we lost in the Western Conference Finals to them. Dirk took over and fucking.
Do you know who
A little fadeaway shot.
Spurs,
Do you know
right?
who they beat to win that?
The Spurs? Or the
Western.
Heat?
You can't have 2 Western Conference teams.
Yeah, that was like LeBron's first year in Miami, I think. I believe so. Yeah.
It was them taking down the super team. Just
Yeah.
Dirk.
Yeah, Dirk was so deep in his fucking bag.
Dude, with that
So
little
deep.
fucking
I know, I
fadeaway.
watched that series because I remember I was in my hotel room. I was like the NBA Finals was on. I had no idea what was going on. But I was definitely in the hotel. I remember where I was.
Real quick, I want to go back to that Jets-Bills game Monday night because I think that will probably be the best Monday, Thursday, Sunday night football game we're going to get all year.
Yeah.
Like, that was fucking insane. First of all, I thought I haven't seen a worse quarterback performance except the one I watched on Saturday from fucking Nebraska, and that dude Sims.
Jeff
And
Sims.
then I watched Josh Allen on Monday night. What an absolute atrocious performance by Josh Allen. I mean, what the fuck? Some of the decisions he was making. I mean,
Just doesn't take care of the ball.
no, he doesn't. And he's
No.
just hawking it up there. You know, the first time when he had that like arm punt, I was like, okay, you know, 3rd and long, right? We'll take a interception on their own 4. But then he threw 2 more interceptions to the same fucking guy, Whitehead.
Yep.
And that dude made $250,000 in one game.
You know what it is? It's the haircut. I hate his new haircut. It's way too long. He needs to get back in his bag.
Dude.
I promise you, that's why.
I think too, a lot of it, not to just be that guy, but the Jets defense is really that good this year.
They're that good.
I genuinely don't think Josh Allen knew what he was looking at a lot of the time when he dropped back in the pocket.
And that was with Sauce not even playing it like halfway as good as he can. Like he was kind of getting like shook, but everyone else stepped up. And
when he threw at Sauce Gardner, he was, I think, 9 for 11 with like 90 yards. So like
didn't know it was
Sauce
that
was
bad.
playing like a cardboard cutout, and we still had 3 picks, and like
Yep.
they couldn't run the ball. They couldn't
No.
like really establish it. I also got a lot of comments. I feel like I need to address it, and a couple of DMs where people are like, "Yo, how are you gonna celebrate like that in front of Trent?" I don't think people understand. Like I was begging to not watch that game on stream.
No, Mikey was a good sport about it. He definitely was not wanting to stream with us during the game as a, you know, diehard Jets fan, and with units, you know, pending being thrown around. It's just not the environment you want to be in.
You got thrown into the fire. I was like, honestly, feel so bad that you're here right now watching Aaron Rodgers get hurt, because I couldn't imagine being in your shoes. And I think I tweeted out, I said, I feel so bad for Jets fans right now. Like, imagine being in their shoes, being a poverty. You know what I said? I said, as a fan of another poverty organization, talking about the Raiders. It always has to be about the Raiders. But I was like,
Yeah, they're bad, right?
I can relate. We'll get into that later. I can relate to what they're going through right now. Just seeing the guy that, you know, they talk about in the offseason, they hype up, they make an entire show for. They do an entire 7-episode Hard Knocks season 4 just for Aaron Rodgers. It's the only reason they went to New York.
Literally.
And to have him get hurt in 75 seconds. 75 seconds is the exact number, by the way.
Yeah.
Not one completion.
Not hurt, gone for the year.
I felt so bad, bro. Like, in that moment, I felt so bad for you. I didn't even know what to say.
I didn't either.
And I didn't even want to be the asshole to be like, yeah. That's so fucked.
No, I turned to Trent. The only thing I said was like,
You know what you said? You looked at me and said, Bills minus 360. That's value. That's literally what you said. You thought I forgot?
No.
I was like, where's the
that's how
value?
that conversation went. I go, what's the live line?
I
And
said
you go
minus
minus 360. I go, that's value.
Yeah. Where was the value there, bro? That was a fucking shit bet.
I had no idea that had a conversation.
Dude, think about all the people who saw Rodgers go down and they're like, fucking
Dude,
unleash
did you see the
value.
people who were supposed to get free drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that whole bar. Dude.
There was a bar that was supposed to get free drinks in Green Bay if the Jets lost. And after Rodgers got hurt, they all ran up their tabs.
Ran up their
tabs. Like
Dude.
hundreds and hundreds of dollars of drinks. And then after they lost, they all
W
had to pay.
promo by that bar. That was one of the best promos.
That's a FanDuel boost. That's what that
That's
is.
literally a FanDuel boost.
But that was a live bet, FanDuel boost, where Rodgers went down and Zach Wilson rushing yards was plus, you know, 500.
Yeah, how do we feel about Zach Wilson leading the ship for right now?
No, I mean, I genuinely, I think I tweeted it. I couldn't really sleep the night after the game because, I mean, like, what an electric win. Also, like, when I was celebrating at the end, it wasn't, like, towards Trent or, like, personal. It's just, like, the fandom took over my
Yeah,
body. There was,
I
like,
knew that
nothing
too.
in there towards anyone in the room. But I'm actually very optimistic. I think if you watch Zach Wilson of last year, like, as a fan base, we kind of beat him into submission, and he had no confidence in himself. So to go out in a game where he wasn't supposed to play, make a couple really big throws. Obviously, you know, he threw a touchdown on paper, but if you watch it, it probably should have been a pick if Garrett Wilson isn't who Garrett Wilson is. Nukenheimer, shout out. But I mean,
Nukenheimer looks great.
dude, Nukenheimer looks fucking phenomenal. But I think,
Bro.
genuinely looking towards the season. I'll keep it short because I know nobody really cares about the Jets, but
No, we do.
I think if that is a Super Bowl defense with a Super Bowl caliber running game, all we have to do is stay in games, and I think Zach Wilson can do that, and I'm very optimistic for Zach Wilson because I think even listening, the first thing I want to do is listen to the press conference because he was such a prick last year in his press conferences, even when we won. And I think he just showed so much growth as an adult in the press conferences and the way he handled himself on the field. I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I want them to bring someone in.
Well, we have to. We have no one else on the depth chart.
Yeah.
Dude, how many more years have to pass until a situation like this happens? The first thing that we just all don't jump to is fucking Colin Kaepernick getting involved.
Dude.
How many more years?
Like, hang him up, bro.
Hang him up.
Like
Nobody
literally,
like
Cam Newton hung him up.
dude, as a Jets fan, I don't want you.
No.
You haven't played football in 7 fucking
It's
years,
always that
dude.
same
Like,
picture too with the fro and like him
Yeah,
on the knee. It's just
yeah.
the same time. Like every time a quarterback goes down, it's gonna pop up on the feed.
Literally.
They
Like,
always
dude.
got to put the note. He's been working out. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Dude. I've been working out. Am I gonna fucking like what, dude?
Jameis Winston should come over, in my opinion. If they're actually going to keep Derek Carr on the Saints.
Speaking of Derek Carr,
What?
just reminded me of the Raiders. It would have been nice to make it past week 1 in my survivor pool. Thanks, Chuck.
Dude,
Would have been nice, dude.
go back and watch the episode, guys. I think it was like episode 4, where we talked about the Raiders' schedule, and I went through and did every game. I said there's a chance we win that ball game. I went back and watched because Trent tried to tell me that I spoon-fed him a Raiders L. We were promoting that bet pool, or that survivor pool, and I said, I want to do a bit, keyword bit, where I said fade the Raiders every week and go to the Super Bowl for free.
Yeah. And how'd
And
that
you
go?
took me seriously.
Fuck yeah, I did.
You did, to be fair, you did say it like 20 times.
A million
So like
times.
it almost seemed like you were being.
Yeah.
Dude, and when we're off the pod, it's all about how much the Raiders suck.
Yeah.
Exactly. You have to be, and Mikey knows this, you have to be down on your team going into the year. You can't go in with high hopes.
I sat on this chair
he
and
went
made the
18
Jets
or
18
17 and
0.
0.
Yeah, well,
winning the bye week.
You're on pace.
On
On
Okay.
pace.
on pace.
On pace.
That's
Looking
insane.
good. Better than the fucking Raiders L's that I faded. You're also out of survivor pool too.
I mean, I can't believe we're both out. You both are in, though, right?
Yeah, they're
You had
both-
the Falcons. You had
the Ravens.
the Ravens. I took the Vikings.
Dude, there were people that
People
like
giggled at
put
me.
nuts on tape for like some dogs.
Like the Jets.
Lions even. There were like 12, 13 people.
Bro,
with
there's going to be
Lions.
such a better spot down the line to get the Lions. What
I
is
know.
that?
I know.
I
Even
like
next
that though
week.
when people take like some risk.
Just balls on tape.
Yeah, but that's like
like-
week 8, week 9. You're like, all right, fuck it. Balls on tape,
Yeah.
you know, for the Buccaneers to beat the...
Dude, we made a
Win is a win.
TikTok, and it was like, who are your survivor pool picks? And I said, the Vikings, because all I want to do is see week 2. That's all I wanted. I could have lost in week 2, but all I wanted to do was get to week 2 and be like, all right, what game am I picking?
You're telling me that the Vikings had a better shot of beating the Buccaneers than the Ravens did of the Texans?
I wanted to get the Ravens farther down the line, and I wanted to get the Vikings out of the way.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say. I'm pretty sure every rookie quarterback lost week 1.
Yep.
They did.
Stroud, Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson. Am I missing anybody? Howell won. Sam Howell
Howell
won.
won, yes.
He almost didn't to Josh Dobbs. So I'm counting that as a loss. And even Krabs, if you guys don't know Krabs, he's a big Commanders fan. Long-time Commanders fan. Admitted that team should have lost that game. The Commanders should have lost that game. So, -7 favorite, my ass.
We
Shut
got
up,
we got Thursday night football this week. We got Eagles and we got Vikings. 7-point spread. Eagles at home. What are we thinking? What's the play?
I'll tell you what, that is a touchdown game if I've ever seen one. Whichever way the line moves, if it goes to 7.5 or 6.5, I'm either taking Eagles -6.5 or I'm taking Vikings +7.5 because that's a touchdown game, 100%.
Yeah, I agree. Primetime Kirk, dog meat.
Dog meat. I hope it goes down to 6.5. That's all I'll say.
Really?
I think it will. I don't think it's going to go up anymore. I think 7's a lot of points.
I feel like people will be hammering the Eagles because like they
They
just
will
made
be.
the Super Bowl.
They will be.
And the
definitely.
Vikings just lost.
Vikings just
Yep.
lost. Eagles, big win, or not big win, but covered against the Patriots on Sunday.
Probably shouldn't
Yeah.
have covered that.
Yeah.
They were up like 19-0, and then the final score was like 25-20. So, I mean, do with that information what you will. Also, the Patriots, Mac Jones kind of shut apart that secondary. If you watched a little bit of it, he made, I know they didn't score a ton of touchdowns, but the Eagles secondary did not look good. With that being said, the Vikings secondary did not look good. They let Baker Mayfield get a couple nice passes to Mike Evans, and Godwin kind of ate. So this might be an over in prime time. But the thing about Kirk, it's the lights get too bright for him. He makes a couple dingleberries fall out of his butthole, and next thing you know, it's the Vikings are down 3 touchdowns, and you're just seeing Kirk air it out to Jay Jettis. So
Total's at 49. It's kind of higher for primetime.
This exact primetime game happened last year, and I nuked the Vikings and had to sit there and watch Kirk just get his ass ate for 4 quarters.
Jalen Carter is real.
So that's what I was going to say. The Vikings O-line is like Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really good.
If I was betting this game...
What do you mean if? You are betting this game.
No, but I'm like... from the way that I thought about last weekend, I went 1-4 trying to be sharp.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. On the couch, on our best bets, I went 2-0. I took the over in the Dolphins game, and then I took Justin Jefferson receiving yards, and those are like classic Mike bets. So what I'm going to do with this game is I'm going to stay away from the spread, because normally I'd be like, you know what? No way the Eagles don't cover 7. The Vikings just lost to probably one of the worst teams in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
So I'm going to take the Eagles team total more than, or over.
More than is
Look at the
insane.
train.
And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the full game over, and I'm going to completely stay away from the side.
I think it is the full game over, and just wrap it up, man. Like, cheer for Kirk, Jay Jettis touchdown for the Nukenheimer.
Yep.
Then cheer for, I don't even know, Eagles touchdowns.
Because, dude, you have Alexander Madison's your lead back. He looked horrendous. I think Josh was saying he had 34 yards and 11 carries. One of them was a 9-yard carry, so you take that 9 away. That's like 20 yards on 10 catches. Horrific. And then you got Justin Jefferson in the locker room saying he's not surprised after that loss. Like, this.
He said he's not surprised.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was like,
Didn't see that.
He was like, I'm like surprised. They were like, "Are you surprised?" And I think his quote was, surprised wouldn't be a word. He was like something like that. It was like, "Are you surprised?" And he was like, "I wouldn't say."
Attitude, dude.
Well, dude,
Even towards like Kirk, I'm like, that's your.
Yeah.
Just be nice.
But I think they were like, "Are you surprised?" And he was like, "I'm not going to say I'm not surprised." So like,
I feel like this is, before we dive deeper actually into this game, let's go around and just recap our best bets from last week. I had Pollard to score a touchdown, which he did.
Money.
Nuke of the week 1 for me was the Bears, and that was a shit bet.
Yeah.
You went, what'd you have? You had Jay Jettis, right? More than yards, air, and the Miami over. So sharp. Mikey overs 2-0.
unbelievably
So
sharp.
I had the Falcons and then Desmond Ridder more than pass yards. He did not hit that because he had such a bad first half. I was taking a gamble there, but it should have just been a Bijan touchdown. We all knew he was
Did
scoring.
the Falcons cover?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They won
It was
by
like
10.
24-7
right.
or whatever.
All right, 1-1.
He's got to find Kyle Pitts, by the way. That's
Yeah, he does.
ridiculous.
And Drake London. Drake London didn't have a catch.
I had Mike Williams more than 25.5 receiving yards on his first 2 receptions. Did not hit. I think he had like 19.
That was just like way too cute. Bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Way too cute.
And then his third catch was for 40 yards. So I think you need to let me cook next time. And then I had the over 45.5 in the Jags Colts game. Which
Did that go over?
went over.
1-1, 1-1, 1-1, 2-0. Michael J.
Crazy.
Could be back.
I might be back
Also,
on the couch.
Josh, do you think Trent had anything to do with the Bears looking like dog meat?
I don't think that you should ever be allowed to do that again.
Oh,
You
yeah?
can't be taking the Bears.
I thought it was a
You
whale,
get
bro. I thought it was a fucking
Against
whale.
the Packers, who notoriously, I know they're Rodgers, but notoriously own
man.
the Bears.
Dude, don't let this happen. This is a 2020 hindsight. Like,
yeah. Fuck
that
you.
Bears team should have fucking beat the brakes off the Packers team. With the way people were talking about it,
Oh, with the way that people were talking about it, yeah, they should have.
yeah,
but
that's not your fault.
I was telling you guys, I was so nervous with that line moving down the entire week and how much hype the Bears are getting. Scared.
Move on.
Speaking of absolute cake, Chelly, thoughts post week 1 losing to Lisa Ann in fantasy?
Huh. Thanks for reminding me. Really, was scouring the waiver wire this morning trying to get that one out of my goddamn mind. Thoughts losing to Lisa Ann in fantasy? No, you take it on the chin. She's been doing it for years.
Wow.
Learn from the best. You know, you gotta learn from your opponent sometime.
It's tough. All right, back to this Thursday night game, Eagles Vikings.
Yep.
I'm gonna be on the Vikings +7. I see a bounce back here. I see a close game. Primetime games have been pretty gross. They've been going under, and I see this game sticking within the 7 number. And I'm willing to put my meat on tape that Kirk Cousins is not going to throw an interception in this game.
No. Do not do that.
But primetime Kirk. Yeah, I fucking bet, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I bet.
You just made so many people happy.
He ain't throwing one.
There's just so much
There's just so much
evidence, though.
so many other bets.
But there's just never been a prime time where people have gone, oh, there's Kirk.
And that's
Until
why it's
Thursday.
gonna happen.
It's happened
You
once.
just said it. I will also be with you, Trey, on the Vikings.
Wow.
100%.
Let's go.
Let's go. Kirk's my fantasy football quarterback, so we're backing him, whether we want to or not.
I'm gonna let you on a little secret. You bench him this week.
No way one is on the
Let's go.
Vikings.
I don't know fantasy ball, but
Wait.
I will be on that.
Oh yeah, you have Kirk, right?
I have Kurt.
Wow.
Yeah, drafted him early, thank God.
I can't believe you just got Lauren to co-sign the
Let's fucking go.
Vikings.
I
Let's
came
go.
in, I knew I was going to take the Vikings.
That's
this week.
insane.
All right, so we got 2 Vikings. You're taking the over.
Yeah.
I like the over as well, but if this line goes to 6.5, I will be taking the Eagles.
Okay.
But if it goes to 7.5, I might even hop in on the Vikings. I told you, whichever way it goes.
Yeah.
If it stays at 7, we just take the over and call it a day.
You
You put meat on tape for Kirk
Yeah,
less
it's
than
gonna
half
be
an interception?
That's going to be my prop.
Horrible,
For the
dude.
primetime club, which
Yeah.
the records are looking pretty good. Lauren 4-0 on the primetime club.
Yep.
I'm the new primetime go,
Krabs?
baby. Yeah, Crabs is 4-0.
Or primetime climb. Sorry.
I don't like
my bad.
primetime
I
club.
kind of like primetime club, though. Can we switch that?
Yeah, we might have to have
You're
him on
cooking
here.
over there.
Primetime club sounded way
Way
better.
I would love that.
Primetime club.
That sounds like Dion. What's Dion's feeding the troops?
Yeah, why did you just cook right there, dude?
Yeah, he did.
The primetime club and it's all of us? That's fucking
Everybody
sick.
else is 2-2 except for Mikey Overs, who's 1-3 on primetime.
Oh, but
Yeah, I mean, just, things just aren't going my way on the
All right,
primetime.
so
But you know, real quick, but what I'm thinking with like Kirk and like backing him in prime time is I just remember the Netflix show Quarterback. Like he knows that's what people are saying about him. He embraces it. So like this year, I just feel like he's like, nah, watch this shit.
Yep, I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
he's had like
He still
10
has to
years.
play. He
Dude,
still has to
he's
play.
gonna
yeah.
show up in a
So-
fucking.
But I feel like he's gonna like really focus. Like I don't know.
No.
Going back to what Mikey said, it's not like there's a lack of evidence that Kirk doesn't have that dog in him in prime time. There's almost too much evidence. Like you can go back and
We'll see.
Dude,
looking at
I'm the biggest proponent for being due. You could sell me on anything of someone being due. Like I stub my toe, I'm due to have the best surfing day of my life. I'd be like, you're due. Kirk being due is just not something I want to put my money on in prime time.
I respect that, bro.
especially against the
It's
Eagles.
You just go for points.
But that's the thing is like you think 7 is safe. And then Kirk comes out in the first half and you
Pick
got
six.
2 picks.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson's got his helmet off on the sideline cursing at him. And you're going to be like, fuck am I?
You wake up to Stephen A the next morning. Trouble in Minnesota?
I feel like the Vikings could fuck around and win this game
Okay.
and shock a lot of people.
I mean, you two are the best on primetime, so.
Going around, Vikings +7, Kirk less than half an interception. You've got the over full game. You have a prop.
I mean, my best bet for the weekend is not going to be in this game, but for prop wise. But if I had to take a prop in this game, I think again it's going to be. You know what? Give me. I can't think of his name right now. The Slim Reaper.
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith.
I kept wanting to say Adams. Give me Devontae Smith more as his receiving yards. I feel like this is a game where he somehow feasts
Okay.
for
Yeah.
prime time.
I haven't really looked, but one
How
that
about-
is sticking out to me is Dallas Goedert receptions.
Ooh.
It's at 4.
Or Hawkins in.
Yeah,
I
can't go wrong
love
with
Hawkins
that.
in. If
I
I
like the
didn't-
tight end game for sure.
If I didn't do Kirk less than an interception, I'd be for sure going Hawkins in. But you got Dallas Goedert receptions.
Yep.
Goddard, whatever.
My goat.
Good air.
I'm between two. I'm either going to be bet. So I was on this bet last week and it was fucking the greenest shit by halftime. It was Kirk Cousins completions. He had
Yeah, he had like 44 passes.
That's a sneak wag. I like
Yeah.
that.
he had 28 completions at halftime last game. So this really only hits when they're losing. When they're winning, I mean, it might be different now with Madison back there, but they would just feed Dalvin Cook. Also, you guys don't like the way I say Dalvin?
It's Dalvin, bro.
Dalvin.
Yeah, it's not that we don't like it. You just don't say it right.
Why don't you just say Dalvin?
I feel like
Dalvin.
everyone I know says Dalvin.
No. I've
Dude,
never.
you know what? That's that fucking Philly shit. We'd be like, Dalvin, man.
I've
Let's
never
go watch the Birds play. They're playing
Dalvin
Dalvin this
Jones.
week. It's like, bro, it's Dalvin.
All right, Primetime Club. We're switching that, by the way. It's got to be Primetime.
Yeah,
it's gotta be
primetime club.
The other square I was looking at was punts. Those have been,
Those have been a wag, too.
but they're like super low. But
Prime
it's a prime
time.
time game.
This might be a
Primetime punts
shootout.
have
So
been a
like
wag.
the Eagles punters up for 3.5, and the Vikings punters up for 4.5. I feel like punting once a quarter is not out of the question for the Eagles.
All right, so what's your square?
Cousins pass completion.
Cousins pass completions.
You motherfucker. Made squeak that one out of me.
All right, quickly, let's give our best bets for Sunday's slate. One play, one prop. We've had a little bit of time to look through the slate. Start with Mikey J. Overs. If you have a play for week 2 Sunday.
So I was looking through the slate, and obviously I went 1-4. I'm not going to hide from it. I sat on this studio last week, and I tried to like tell you that I'm getting cute with it and taking cute spreads. So I'm just going to go with my gut this time. For my prop, I'm going to do Anthony Richardson more than passing rush yards. They're playing the Houston Texans this week. I feel like this is the ultimate rookie battle, and it's going to prove why Anthony Richardson was drafted over CJ Stroud. You saw him stay in the game last weekend, and I think this is a game where almost like a statement game for him, where now you have to go against another rookie in your class, and I think he's head and shoulders the better quarterback, better team, which is also why I'm going to be taking Colts money line.
Wow.
I feel like, he's in the Nukenheimer. It was one of the only games where I went back and watched the highlights of the game, and I think he looked phenomenal for a first-year guy, first game.
Okay.
I'm going to go Colts money line. If I had to give you another one, it'd be that Bears-Bucks over,
Okay.
just in case.
We'll just say
Honorable
Colts money
mention.
line,
Yeah.
Richardson pass plus rush.
Yeah.
Sure.
For me, it's going to be a bounce back spot for Russell Wilson. I'll be taking the Broncos -3.5. I'm just trusting him to beat out Sam Howell. Again, they almost lost to what I think is the worst team in the NFL this year, the Cardinals. So I think they pick up a pretty
What's
comfortable
the
win.
total in that game? It's got to be like 30.
It is 38. 38, very
All right,
low.
I'm still gonna be on the
Jeebus.
under in that game. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Daniel Jones is rushing for 100 yards this weekend. No, he is. He actually is.
I was just looking at that.
He
and
actually
I
is.
think you might be right.
I promise you, he is. He's up for 35.5. That's his line. So low.
Yeah, wait, what? Why would that be good for you?
That line is way too low. I'm gonna be on that more as well. On Prize Picks, 35.5.
All right. Like that.
Also, Giants -5.5 for all of the units.
Love that.
For all of the units.
I
Yeah,
was considering that.
it's a good one.
What's up? They're playing the rat shit Cardinals. All right, so you have Daniel Jones more than rush yards, Giants -5.5
For all of the units.
for all the units.
For every single unit I own.
I respect that. I'm gonna have to go with what?
He just hates
crazy.
that bet for some reason.
I have
Say it in
a
my face.
prop in that same game. I'm gonna go with Saquon to find the end zone.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
I love Saquon. I mean, after last week's,
Dude, I feel like you're in your bag with these touchdowns.
it
I'm
just
being
seems
serious, though.
It just seems kind of free.
It
No,
seems
like, this
really-
is literally the game where he scores.
Is it not? Like,
No, like, literally.
yeah.
Like,
So-
wow. Same with Pollard. Like, that was just so sharp.
I'm gonna go with Saquon to find the end zone to score, and I'm gonna have to roll with. I think the Cowboys -9.5. We're gonna be at the game,
Wow.
and no Rodgers, obviously tough. It's gonna be a massive game for Dak. Obviously, with no Rodgers, it's a completely different game. But Dak going up against an absolutely elite defense, I'm gonna be shitting my pants every time
Yeah.
he drops back in the pocket for a potential interception. Yeah, if we can just get one interception, like I'll take that as a W. Anything more than one in that game, I'm fucking pissed.
Dude, I would just be so nervous if he got one because I feel like against the Jets, once you get one, it snowballs.
They just start coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll give him one interception this weekend, and That'll be his one get out of jail free card. But anything more than
Yeah,
that,
you totally charge that to the game if he throws one. It's okay.
yeah,
Like this
no,
is going to be one of the better defenses he's going to face.
for
so.
sure. So
We're going to
give
be
me-
at that game, but this is the game where Zach Wilson's confidence could get completely destroyed. Like this Cowboys D-line, if they get to him the way that
Dude, Micah
they got to
Parsons will be
Daniel
in his
Jones,
face
like
every play.
it could really ruin him for like the rest of the year. Because this is a game where if he doesn't get out of the pocket quick or if he doesn't make the right decisions, like that D-line will eat on him.
Oh yeah. All right, words. We got our best plays for the weekend NFL slate locked. Let's talk about college football briefly. We know that this is probably one of the worst slates all season. Really bad matchups. Really not even that many good. I don't even think two ranked teams are playing head to head
No, they're
all
not.
week.
Wait,
Yeah.
what's college game day?
Yeah, where is college
That would
game
be
day?
that's a good question.
Might be Tennessee, Florida. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
guessing.
it would have to be. That's gonna be the biggest.
Yeah. As a non-college football guru, I'm far from locked in on the lab. Usually just tail some of my goats. Whoever in the room has a whale, I'll usually lock it in. Mikey's been pretty dialed in. Lauren's been pretty dialed. You guys have any insights on?
Shelly's just blind betting first half unders.
Kincaid.
I'm talking college football.
Oh,
Yeah. Have you given me a whale college football? No.
sorry.
No, you have.
I would just say this for anyone listening. Be very careful betting this weekend in college football. I feel like this is a weekend where you make 2 or 3 bets and don't sit on the couch being like, oh, I should have gotten involved in that one when it looks free in hindsight. Like this is a very scary weekend to bet college football.
We
I
were-
think
We were talking about 2 potential upsets that could happen this weekend. I think you had one.
Yeah, I want to give Josh a chance to speak on Kansas State and Missouri.
We got to
Kansas
talk
State,
about that.
huh? Yeah, Kansas State's a 5-point favorite at Mizzou. Josh, how we feeling?
I'm seeing sharps on Twitter are already putting their bets in on Mizzou.
Yeah.
Mizzou money
That
line.
line reeks. Like Mizzou last week against
Where is
MTSU looked like what's up?
Where is it?
+5.
In Mizzou?
It's
In
at Mizzou.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a semi rivalry game because we're huge rivals with KU. I guess Kansas State's rivals with them.
Yeah.
Our defense is raw, but our offense could not move the ball to save their lives against MTSU last week. So I'm shocked that line's there.
What was the final score of that game?
23-19 or something.
Jesus.
So that line that makes it even weirder.
Literally makes no sense.
Like Kansas State's really good. They're always a good defensive team. I think they kept their quarterback from last year, if I'm not mistaken. Howard, yep. Guess we'll see, but they are definitely on upset watch, and that would obviously make me very happy as a Texas fan.
Yeah.
Love to see that.
Might have to throw some units on Mizzou. I hate betting on Mizzou.
No.
They're,
Don't do it.
so hard to watch, but
The
they have a
line-
really good defense. That's what's going to help you guys.
the line
so-
just moved to 4.5.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, dude, that's telling you
Josh?
everything you need to know. Super sus spread.
11 a.m. That's going to be a good one.
So Kansas State potential upset watch. You were talking about Rutgers and that weird line.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's 3 games that I'm going to be looking out for other than the Rutgers game. But, I mean, Rutgers only being 6.5-point favorites to one of the worst teams in college football in Virginia Tech at home just reeks of, like, everyone and their mother when they're trying to build the parlay, putting Rutgers in there.
No,
So I would be
I
careful
promise
with that game.
People don't think Rutgers in their parlay.
I did.
Normal people.
I mean, this
don't
Rutgers
think.
team has looked phenomenal.
Rutgers a wagon, bro.
Yeah, they're like one of the best teams in college
Nobody
football
wants
right
to
now.
bet on a team like Rutgers because they're just.
People are nuking them last week.
I haven't seen anything. On my Twitter feed, it's all just been like, "Oh, I'm taking Clemson." It's like, okay.
I think the 3, though, that I definitely am going to be looking out for is South Carolina going into Georgia. I feel like a lot of people are going to nuke Georgia. I'll take the 27 points for South Carolina and a potential upset. Hopefully, I just want to see Spencer Rattler do well. Georgia Tech going into Ole Miss as 18.5-point underdogs. I think a lot of people are going to see that little number next to Ole Miss and think that they beat the shit out of Georgia Tech, but this is a Georgia Tech team that has looked better by the week. And then my last one is completely biased, and it's my little Akron wagon as 25-point underdogs going into Kentucky.
Ooh.
I'll take the points with all 3 of those games.
Okay.
And
They'll keep it close.
I wouldn't be shocked if there's one outright winner. I'm not going to say that's 2 or 3 winners. I think one of those teams is going to win.
Real quick too, game day is going to be in Boulder.
Of course it is.
Why would it
For
not be?
Colorado,
Oh,
Colorado
it's Colorado,
State.
Colorado State. That makes sense.
Shocker. Fuck that game. Give me CSU.
Brad's gotta stop. This fight betting has to stop.
Minus 23.
All right, let's shift gears. Obviously, a disgusting college football slate. Don't have much to dive into.
No.
Not too much lab work done on that slate, but let's do a cake report. Let's do a quick cake report. This would be something that's happened to you either in your betting life, personal life, that's just been absolutely caked.
Yeah.
Something bad, or just fucked you over this past week. I'll start it off. I mean, my bookies in fucking Valley after the Bills sold on Monday Night Football, and had a Prize Picks entry last night. Nuked it to win 10 racks. It was like all less thans, and it was like Naylor not to strike out, Bregman not to strike out, Trent Grisham not to get a base, and Dalton Varsho not to get a base. All of them are soaring less. Bregman in the 9th inning, fucking swing and a miss, strikeout. Everything else hit. Absolute moose shit at a family dinner with my girlfriend.
Damn.
Just tried to keep composure, bro, but there's nothing worse than just being
That's
moose
bad.
shit at dinner. Can't be forcing that. Also, friendly piece of advice. Don't scroll over on the fucking Prize Picks app and click anything involving video games, for fuck's sake. Just a friendly piece of advice.
You want to know what Trent texted me at 3 a.m. yesterday?
Shit's cookie, bro.
He goes, tap.
I
And
laughed.
it's 2 KBO less than total bases and 2 CSGO less than maps 1 through 2 kills.
Yeah, shit full.
And I sent ... and he said tap. I labbed.
He bet on a guy named Banjo. That's all I needed to
And
say.
it full
Banjo
faded.
sword.
Did it full fade?
I don't know, but yeah.
Tap I labbed with a CSGO and
Tap.
KBO
3
nerfies
a.m.
is
Then I get a text at
crazy.
9 a.m. says, yo. Because I'm expecting him to be like, shit full faded.
Yeah. Cake report, Mikey. What happened to you, brother?
The cake report is just an NFL Sunday just feasting on me, man. I feel like I picked up where I left off last year, which is just letting the NFL just beat me up in every way possible. I mean, it doesn't even make my Sundays fun when I feel like I'm just not even seeing the right sport the way that I'm betting on these fucking games, dude. So that would be like my all-time cake report is just the NFL picking up right where it started last year.
It's all right. You got momentum on this Jets stuff.
Yeah,
Could be the difference.
could be the
I
difference.
can't believe Aaron Rodgers didn't make the cake report.
Before
That's
we,
just like, that's not even cake.
Yeah.
That's just fucking devastating.
that would be what we call cake. Before Lauren says anything, I gotta give my fucking flowers to Lauren. She might be the best Prize Picks player of all time.
Yeah.
And I say
It's
that.
actually like auto at this point, and it's scary because I'm like, when is it gonna fall off? But like, I don't lose 2 times in a row. I don't.
No, you don't.
It's crazy.
Locked.
Well,
We're
like
on
the two guys
a
is?
heater on the 2 guys.
Like, it doesn't matter like what she clicks, it turns green. And I've never seen anybody print consistent winners on Prize Picks more than Lauren does. And her
Word.
fucking account goes to show for it. She's got so much coin in
Yeah, I
there.
got a lot of coin in there.
So much coin.
I'll
Was
show you
too
guys.
much coin.
But,
I saw it.
My cake report would be a huge, probably the biggest fantasy football L of all time. But I did make this decision when I was lacking sleep when we were driving back from Alabama. I was like, oh, I got to check in on my fantasy lineup. I took Ayuk out. Okay. Probably was like the number 1 receiver in fantasy this week. And put in Gabe Davis, who finished with a catch.
Did Gabe Davis even cleat up?
No.
Did he
So
even have the uniform on?
Ayuk had like
I don't think so.
33 fantasy points. Gabe maybe 2 or 3.
Oh my
So
God.
it's just a huge L. I know that, but I do blame it on just not getting sleep. And I was like, oh, I got to figure this out. I was like, Josh Allen should be a good look. He'll throw it to Gabe, right? And everyone was so high on Gabe this week, too. Like,
Yeah.
I saw so many slips with him in there. But that was a
And
huge
just
L.
like that, the horny bunch starts 1-0.
Yep.
Krabs has
Yeah.
Gabe Davis in his goat wheel. That shit's cookie.
Dude, I was so hyped for an easy fucking win week 1 against Lisa Ann.
Why would you think that was going to be easy? That's her
Her
job.
team's like not that good. I don't think her team's that good. She doesn't really have a running back. I was just worried about Joe Burrow, but whatever. Not the point. That's not my cake of the week. It's my cake of my life. Is losing to Lisa Ann fantasy. Cake of the week, man. Damn. Dude, the Raiders are caked.
I mean, like, come.
Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Couldn't have come up with anything better than that.
No,
man.
we're actually caked, and I don't even get my hopes up because we win against the Broncos, and we're about to get our dicks punched off by the Bills.
I bet.
We
Your
are.
cake of a week is
Dude,
cake
see,
that
this is what he does.
He's gonna
man.
win outright.
He's planning,
I told you.
He's planting the seed.
No, I'm not planning any
You
season.
got to be low in your team.
I will be betting on the Bills this weekend to
Probably.
beat the Raiders.
Probably not a bad spot, honestly. Dude, the Madden Curse.
Who is even on the cover this year?
Who do you think?
Aaron Rodgers.
Josh Allen. Dude, people forget I tweeted a two-piece.
Aaron
months-
Rodgers is a crazy stray.
People tweeted, or I tweeted months ago, a two-piece gob. Rodgers less than touchdowns with Josh Allen less than touchdowns. And I put a rack on it, but shit already DMP'd. Yeah. Shit was air, though.
Josh Allen was on the cover. And
Josh, yeah.
explain the Madden Curse to somebody.
I mean, if you're on the cover of Madden, you're literally going to have a fucking dog shit year.
Historically, the only
Kyler
guy who
Murray?
beat it was
It's
Justin,
like taking
Justin
a picture
Jefferson.
with Drake.
It's
Same
every
thing.
year. It's
Same
every year.
case.
Like, I want
Tom
to look
Brady
up.
beat it too. Peyton Hillis, Madden cover, literally next year almost got cut.
Yep.
Yup.
OBJ got hurt the year he was on the Madden cover. The only guy who beat it, I think, is Justin Jefferson and Tom Brady.
And Pat was on it last year.
Wasn't Kyler Murray on it one year?
Pat might have been the one that beat it last year. What was your cake?
My was cake report.
Was it the entry?
Yeah, no, I mean, Bregman fucking striking out in the ninth inning last night actually had me fucking damn near crying.
You look good today. Are you going somewhere?
No, I just felt like switching it up.
I love that. Sometimes you just got to
It's
put
kind
it
of-
on.
He's
dude,
matching down to the
last
socks,
night
baby.
at
Yeah,
dinner.
dude, why'd you eat?
We were sitting outside at dinner. It was the first time in months where I actually like got goosebumps from being a little bit chilly. I was like, wow, it's fall.
No,
And it was 82 degrees.
Yesterday,
He has 82.
yesterday hit different. The weather, I don't know what it was, but I think fall is my favorite month now that I'm 24 years old. It's
Fall's your favorite month. That's my favorite.
Fall's
month
your
too.
favorite month. Yeah, we're locked in.
Well, I want to
We're
go over.
locked
I want to go over this Madden Curse. I want to go over this Madden Curse.
Did you just hear what happened?
No, what happened?
I said, I think fall's my favorite month.
Shelly, dude, you got to figure it the fuck
Wait,
Dude, it's
out.
like rainy today too. I don't remember the last time I saw rain.
Oh, dude,
It's
I
so
love
nice.
rain.
Especially here.
Dude, yeah, so the Madden Curse, if you're on the cover, you're fucking in for a bad
GG.
season the next year. Starting in 2002, Dante Culpepper had a fucking unbelievable season, quarterback for the Vikings. Year after, injuries cost him 6 games, fumbled 16 times,
Culpepper.
threw 13 interceptions. Brutal season. Marshall Falk, former Hall of Famer, entered his coverage season, logging 5 straight 1,000-yard years. But in 2002, he broke down, missing almost half a dozen starts
holy shit.
and never topped 1,000 yards again. Michael Vick.
We all know.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, the Madden Curse isn't nuts.
That's actually
That's
real.
wild.
Yeah, no.
Ray Lewis, 2005.
Okay.
Missed 10
We
games.
know he was doing it in the off season too.
Donovan McNabb, 2006. He missed nearly half the season, went 6-10 that year. 8 games over the next 2 years he missed. Wow. Sean Alexander, 2007. He entered his cover year with 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons. In 2006, his total dropped all the way to 896. 2 years later, he was out of the NFL.
Wow.
Vince Young, 2008.
He was
For his
good.
cover year, Young threw just 9 touchdowns compared to 17 interceptions and never really
Doesn't
gained
go
Jeff
well,
Fisher's
right?
trust again. And he kind of fell off after that. I'm going to keep going because this is actually really interesting. Packers, Jets, QB, Brett Favre, of course.
Fuck that year.
NFL high season high 22 interceptions that year.
Wow.
Brutal.
22?
Larry Fitzgerald, 2010, and it was Paul Malu and Larry Fitzgerald on the cover, like going head to head.
W collab.
It was
Also,
half
goated
cursed.
Madden. That was like my favorite Madden.
That
Yeah,
was
it's a
like
good
one of
one.
my favorite Maddens too. Fitz had one of his standard years. Paul Malu missed a career high 11 games though, so that one's quote half cursed. Drew Brees, 2011. His Saints also lost to the 7-9 Seahawks in the playoffs. That was when Marshawn did the whole Monday. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So that was cursed. They were supposed to win the Super Bowl that year. Peyton Hillis. I mean,
Yeah.
after that
That's
year,
iconic, dude.
that's an iconic one. Calvin Johnson. That was actually, it says not cursed. There's the only one on here that's not cursed. He actually went on to have one of the best years of all time. Afterwards.
Megatron,
Yeah.
baby.
AP, missed all but one game after being indicted on child abuse charges. Remember that shit?
Oh man, I did forget about
Yeah,
that.
scumbag.
Richard Sherman not cursed. Okay. But only it was only after the season he had to undergo Tommy John. Tommy John. I didn't know football players could even get Tommy
That's
John.
what I said.
That's interesting.
I wonder if it's
OBJ.
like the.
OBJ in 2016 not cursed.
I thought he got hurt the next year.
There's a case to be made that in 2015, Beckham's cover years when the flamboyant wide receiver.
Whoa.
There's no way they said that.
What a
He slipped that in
What
there.
an odd way to
Fell
describe
into
it.
a
Zesty.
mercurial trajectory, including 1 game suspension from his fight with Josh Norman, but he still dominated 1,400 yards. Rob Gronkowski in 2017 missed virtually all of the Patriots' first 4 games with a hamstring injury, cursed.
Dude.
2018 Tom Brady not cursed.
Not cursed.
He's
Yeah, that
immune
was-
to the curse, it says.
He's
Sure.
the
Yeah.
goat,
He's
Trent.
a-
Yeah, he is
2019 Antonio Brown
Damn.
cursed.
Wow.
2020 Mahomes not cursed.
Not cursed.
Won his
Yep.
first Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Tom Brady again with Mahomes, double goat, not cursed. I think they played in the Super Bowl that year.
They
those
went, but you
double
know what though?
coats.
They went safe with that cover.
Yeah.
They knew they heard the
Yeah.
whispers and they're like, let's just
Yeah.
put Pat and
Yeah.
Tom on it.
I
And
get
then
it.
2023 John Madden. It was
RIP?
he died that year.
Died
He
that
died
year,
that year, so you got to put him on the
okay.
cover.
R.I.P.
And then lastly, Bills QB Josh Allen.
We'll
It
see how
says
that goes.
verdict to be determined, but so far it's looking like it.
3 interceptions,
He's about to have
no
a Favre year.
touchdowns.
22 season high.
Real quick though, while we're talking about video games, what would you say is like your favorite like EA game and what year? So MLB The Show, FIFA, Madden. What would you say is like your favorite game, like growing up or
Phenomenal
whatever?
question.
FIFA 98.
I have mine ready.
I've got in my closet at home. I have Madden 93.
No way.
Yeah, or 93 or 98. One
No
of the
way you
two.
guys are picking games from the 90s.
Yeah, you can't.
No, no,
that
no.
can't be it. But that's
I'm not
like a
saying
fun
that was,
fact.
I've never
Yeah.
even played it, but it's in my closet.
That's cool.
Mario Super Strikers.
No.
Does that count?
It's not
No, EA game.
EA.
Dude,
That ain't EA.
dude,
That ain't EA, dude.
dude. How are you this unlocked?
Fall's
Okay.
your favorite month.
MLB 04 is my favorite game of all time, and I know OGs know exactly what I'm talking
You
about.
Which
got to
one?
say why too, because I feel like everyone has like a core memory with
Wait,
the
try
game.
one more time.
MLB 04.
Okay.
So far. Yeah, Yale knows. It's got Manny Ramirez on the cover, which is my favorite player. This is
Boy.
literally how I grew to love baseball, was playing this video game. I fucking loved it. It was so fun.
That game on the PSP
So good.
was elite.
So good.
Elite.
PSP. I said it before. So ahead of its
So
time.
ahead of its time. I would love a PSP right now. Any favorite games, EA, before we move?
Mikey.
Mine, I just had to look it up because I needed to see the cover again, was FIFA 15 with Messi and Dempsey on the cover. It was like the first year where I was like so dialed on Ultimate Team and was just like going crazy, and it had like the best soundtrack. And I just remember like coming home on like Fridays or Saturdays, like all the boys come over to your house, you're running like FIFA tournaments, and then at night you're like in the party chat talking about the Ultimate Teams, like just grinding. And I was like just so into soccer at that point, and it was like the best game ever.
Back when FIFA Ultimate Team used to not be like pay to win.
Yeah.
And it's so stupid now and it's unplayable. So sad they ruined Ultimate Team for everyone. FIFA 11 for me.
Oh,
FIFA 11 was just the best tournaments with, friends coming over. We'd do head-to-head tournaments. Also, if you had, both my older brothers would bring their friends over, and we'd all like friend group battles. It was just
so sick.
so fun. And that soundtrack, again, FIFA soundtrack is untouched. I don't think any,
Untouched.
Madden, NHL, 2K just does not compete with FIFA soundtrack, and it's like known for that. I feel like, and we used to have Team of the Year sleepovers, where for the Team of the Year, it's like the best soccer players. They release them in packs for like 2 weeks, and that's the only time you can get the best players. We'd all have sleepover at one of our friends' house, have our parents buy us ultimate points or whatever it was to buy packs, and we would all just do pack openings.
That's sick.
We were, just cracks.
Dude, that's when like
Mine-
video games are fun.
Mine, without a doubt, though, would be NCAA football 05. Because that was the year I like fell in love with football. Obviously, that's when Texas was super good.
That's a good one.
But I just remember like you could like start in high school and then you'd pick which college you wanted to go to, and I would just have a field day.
Yeah,
with
that was
that.
fun.
I loved
good
playing
one.
like with the mascots.
Yeah,
So
the mascot
good.
games. Oh my
And when you
gosh.
juke, they do like a fucking side backflip, bro. That shit was so lit. You got like Bevo versus like Crimson Tide.
Yeah.
Fucking-
That was legendary.
Doing somersaults.
Bevo's nasty.
I've got an OG EA game for you guys.
Mm.
NFL Street.
Street.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, dude. I was about to say
Fire.
NBA.
That was a
Street.
good one. That was a
I
really
didn't know
good
if that
one.
was EA.
So good, so good.
I used to like play that game and like in the sign or in the crowd, like there would be signs with like the middle finger on it, and like I'd like make sure my mom's not watching. That's
Put the
insane.
sign down.
Also, like some early 2K games were good. The game might
Oh,
be
yeah.
the worst product like out now, but I'm
It
talking
sucks
like
now,
2K like 11 with Jordan on the cover when you could go through his career.
Or Derrick Rose on the cover.
Yes.
Derrick Rose.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
Yeah.
so good. Yeah.
dude,
When
it
like
was
the
such a
career
good
modes
game.
were like cool and they weren't like, oh, you got picked up at a fucking pickup game in New York in the middle of a park and now your best friend is dead. It's like, dude, why? Like, what is
Now it's like go
Yeah, bro.
skateboard around the whole city.
Back in
It's
the day
like,
when it was like, all right, you got drafted, you got to play like 4 games in a college, then you get drafted,
Yeah.
and then they put you on like a poster board. It was like, that's so much better than like having Spike Lee direct a fucking 2K career.
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
You know, I'm so hyped for before we get into this game is the new GTA, bro. That shit looks
Damn.
unbelievable.
Is it coming out?
I don't even know. I think
It's soon, like the next year.
I think in the next year or two.
Yeah.
But they've been making this game for nearly a decade.
What city is it?
Miami, I believe. I
Oh,
believe it's Miami.
It is literally the map is supposed to be fucking 10 times bigger.
no.
It's
yeah.
supposed to be like huge.
It's-
like
I
It's
gotta
gonna
say
be
though,
insane.
sometimes like in GTA, like I don't need to feel like I'm actually driving 4 hours.
yeah, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get the
You
role
don't
play
ever- You don't ever like act like a normal civilian. Stop at the
Yeah,
light.
it's
all the
the
time,
light.
all the time. But
like,
like,
today I feel nice. I'm in a good mood.
but like sometimes like when I gotta do a mission and it's like a legitimate 5-minute drive. Sometimes it's like, yeah, I get the role playing, but I don't need to feel like I'm on a fucking road trip.
Throw on that radio. I forget what the radio is called.
I forget what the radios are
But
too.
throw that station on. Listen to some. That's just how I
There's
feel.
rumors
That's
that,
just happening.
that Theo Vaughn's gonna have like a channel, like
No
on the
way.
radio.
He had a channel in
Dude,
the old one.
He did,
It was the country channel.
dude. He'd
That was
be
Theo
perfect
Vaughn?
for that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
It's actually mad funny.
He would say
That's
some
really
like
cool.
foul shit.
Yeah.
Like me and my buddy back in the on the schoolyard,
Yeah.
put our hands down each other's pants.
We had this one guy.
It's called soggy waffle.
Dude, his stories are crazy.
Dude, it's always
He'll be
some.
like interviewing someone and they'll be like, yeah, you know, like I think my favorite team growing up was the Jets. And be like, we had a kid in my town.
Yeah.
Wore a Jets jersey, one arm.
Yep.
And he'd use that other arm for what you thought he'd use it for. And he'd be like,
We used to throw
"What?"
wood
Interesting,
chips
what's
at
that?
him on the playground. It's just like,
Chips.
what?
He used to sell drawings of boobs on the bus for $8. You pay $8? Oh, you pay $8. You pay $9.
All right, let's play our game and get out of here. We gotta run it with the college game.
Let's do it.
Me and Shelly swapping teams because Shelly's a liability. Mikey and Lauren, let's run it. Josh, he's got some college athletes
this
for
shit
us to
back.
name,
Let's do it.
or pro athletes to tell us where they went to college.
Okay.
Shelly
Alright.
needs a jewel rip, I bet.
Who wants to start off?
Mikey and Lauren can start us off.
All right, you guys want to start off?
Get in the dust.
Jelly, did you rip? I bet.
Get in the dust.
I'm trying.
All right, Mikey and Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
Buddha Baker.
Yep. Okay. Hold on.
Cardinals.
Hold on.
I think LSU. LSU, Arkansas. Buddha, I think he might have been LSU, but I'm not sure. Or Florida State.
Shoot it.
You
Go LSU.
That is incorrect.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
I feel like it's Oklahoma. Is it Oklahoma?
It is not Oklahoma.
Fuck.
Is it Arkansas?
Yeah,
It
was it
is.
Arkansas?
Washington.
Oh, okay.
I would
can
not
live
have
with
guessed
that.
Wasn't even in the
Nice.
area
Nice.
code.
Whatever.
Their team was actually gross when he was there.
Charge
There were a
that.
couple other guys.
What
that were
year
there,
was
too.
I
that?
did not remember that.
2011.
No, it was-
2014.
It's probably like 17, 16. He hasn't been in the league that long.
Dude, way more people come out of Washington than you
Yeah,
think. I'm always
yeah.
like, what?
All right, fuck. We move.
All right, to Trent and Shelley. Antoine Winfield Jr.
Dude, you gotta stop making up plays.
I'm gonna go with Florida State.
That is incorrect.
God damn it!
I think this is actually LSU. I'm not even kidding.
Wait.
I think this is LSU.
That is also incorrect.
Wow.
He went to Minnesota.
Yeah, we're not getting that
Yeah,
shit.
we
Like,
won't get that shit.
we charge that. All right, our turn.
Back to you guys.
Saquon Barkley.
Oh, nice.
Roquan Smith.
I have no idea.
Dude, always gotta pull out these fucking Bears players.
He's
man.
doing defenders. I don't know fucking defense. Roquan.
You act like he's not like one of the best linebackers in the league.
Man,
I
looked
give
like
a
it
rat's
this
where he
weekend.
went though.
Would have been nice if he was the best linebacker in the league this weekend.
No idea.
He's not on the Bears,
You
so
want to go Big Ten?
What team is he on?
he's on the Ravens.
You're like,
Or what are you seeing? I don't see even a color.
let's just go linebacker school. So let's go like,
If it's LSU, I'm gonna put a bullet in my brain.
you know what I mean?
In GTA.
Yeah, in GTA.
Do you want to go Big
The
Ten
new
or
one.
SEC?
What do you feel? You go for this one. I blew it the past two.
Let's throw something out there.
Okay, just hold on. I'll go. I'll just get out of my like comfort zone. We'll go Michigan State.
That is incorrect.
No.
I liked it though.
Ohio State.
That is incorrect.
Fuck.
He went to Georgia.
God.
Ah, it's always SEC. Dang.
I love that you went incorrect. Ohio State.
Colors were right. Similar colors. All right. Trent and Shelley.
Easy
James
money.
Conner.
Oh, Pitt.
There we go. You just got one.
Let's go, Shelly.
Let's go.
That was incredible.
Liability who?
That one was easy.
Liability who?
All right, so you guys need to get this one.
That was
Let's
air.
go,
dude.
Shelly.
My
All right.
duff.
Here's your Bears player,
Wow,
Shelley.
how about you?
Current Bears player.
This is for them.
DJ Moore.
This should be so free. I don't know it, dude. Hold on, let me think. Okay, you got drafted to the Panthers.
Just sit on it for a while.
Traded to the Bears. DJ Moore. Who is your... I want to say Big 12. And I almost want to say... I'm going to just get it out of my head. Al Mazard was Iowa State with that team.
Apologies, man. Apologies.
Al Mazard was Iowa State. I want to just get that name out of my head.
Trent, do you know
Oh.
DJ Moore?
No.
But think about those Clemson teams. Those Clemson teams were... Ooh. Could be with Trevor. No, I don't think you're right.
Trent, I got
I think
this.
he was Power 5.
Imagine I'm not the liability today.
Dude, if you call
Shelley steals this one.
I'm about to just start looking at the Bears roster. Before
Yeah,
we do
literally, I'm
this.
going to do the same thing. Roquan Smith, DJ Moore. I think we're going to go... I really want to go Power 5. I don't want to go ACC.
You don't?
Oh, you know what, though? He reeks of ACC.
I was
He
thinking
fucking
Clemson,
reeks
but
of
I'm
it.
scared to say
Yeah, let's go Clemson.
I'll go Clemson.
That is incorrect.
Oh,
Fuck.
he was incorrect.
He might be Big 10.
Shelly, come on, man.
I'm like Trent over there on his phone during this game.
I'm not.
I'm gonna say it.
Ooh.
I'm
I
gonna
would
say it.
say it if I fucking looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Washington.
No.
God damn it. I thought
Didn't
you
you
had.
just see me like word to Mikey that they're in the Big Ten?
Come on, man.
They're in the Big Ten?
Well, you already got it wrong, but yeah.
Ohio State?
It was Maryland.
Oh.
Oh, fucking Stephon
I
Diggs is
wasn't
fucking
getting that.
All right, one more.
Last one. Robert Woods.
Oh, W.
Let's go, Trent. It's us. It's our
Oh, it is us?
Yeah.
USC.
You got it.
No.
Is that a shutout?
feeling like Snell the way I just pitched a shutout.
Dude.
W's, let's go.
Damn.
We
Lucky
got
guys.
we got a
That's
bad
got
draw.
an asterisk.
We got a bad draw. It's okay.
Asterisk.
It's got an asterisk.
W episode today. Thank you guys for sticking around, tuning into the We'll Be Seeing pod. We will be back next week. Make sure to share an episode with a friend. Appreciate you guys sharing it. We've been getting
Yeah,
been
for
getting
real.
a lot of support. Appreciate
Yes.
you guys. Means a lot.
Yeah, all the nice comments and everything, and the likes on the videos, and just the views continuing to go up. Like, we really, really appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Word.
Just
We'll be
getting
seeing.
started.
Until next time, we will indeed be seeing.
Go Birds.